joining us this morning. If you're just now tuning in, welcome. It's 7:35, 66 degrees, and everybody does talk, right, Tony?
Oh yeah, everyone talks.
Except for like mutes, like people who are mute.
Right. But the problem with talking is there's nothing after you get done talking.
People can communicate without
Yeah,
talking.
you can communicate, but it's
Nonverbal language.
yeah, body language is important.
Yeah. Or sign language.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with that.
No, I wasn't going anywhere. I was just, thinking about talking to you. My guest, Tony Mosley, in the house. And so a little bit ago, we talked about mastering your level, growing where you're at, getting to capacity at the level you're at before moving on to the next level. Because it seems like people sometimes want to skip steps.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody loves skip steps. It's the world of instantaneous things, so people think they
but why
can
not
have
skip
it right
steps?
now.
Why not skip steps?
Because you're missing out on what you're supposed to learn.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You trying to learn stuff at the E5 level, right? That you're
Is
supposed
it
to
ever
learn
good
at
to take
E4.
a shortcut? Is it ever good?
When has it ever really helped? Because you're forgetting, you're going to lose something.
Well, like if I want to get to Agrigento and it takes me, 2 hours, and then I find another route that takes me like an hour and a half, that's a whole half an hour off my trip that I could be spending having fun in Agrigento.
Right? So I got you, right? But doesn't everyone know? A lot of people know about that way, right? So when most people try to go that way, because it's a shorter way, right? Guess what you end up with? More traffic.
It's full of potholes, too. Just saying. All right, so master your level where you're at.
saying.
No shortcuts to this thing. Let me, what did Macklemore say? It's levels to this ish player tiramisu. So anyway, we're gonna go into bridging the gap now. Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you mean by bridging the gap?
Closing the gap, right?
Closing the gap.
Closing the gap
With
right?
a bridge.
So.
Or anything.
Or anything, pushing it closer,
just
pulling
fill
it closer,
fill it up with dirt.
whatever it takes, right? So hard work beat talent when talent doesn't work hard, right?
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Yeah, I like that.
Exactly. The original statement I think came from Kevin Durant. I think he was the one that said it like that.
Okay.
That's been said a couple times, but regardless of the fact that the hard work, right, the energy you put in. I remember I said it last time I was here. Every day you say no to your dreams, you may push your dream back a whole 6 months.
Wow.
You feel me? Because on that day you had an opportunity to learn something that you were going to need, right? Then when the opportunity came up, you were trying to learn it then. You feel me? But you were supposed to learn it a while ago. So when the opportunity came up, now you know what to do. But since you missed out, now you're trying to learn. Now you're playing catch up. Wow. And every day you say no, you're playing catch up. You keep pushing yourself back. You keep taking a step back. And as long as you keep taking step backs, when are you going to start moving forward, right? So the hard work is a very short list of things that you can do in order to close that gap when someone may be smarter than me. That's fine. They could be smarter, but if I work harder than you, right, then I'm going to create an opportunity for myself that you're not going to have just by being smart.
Okay.
So Eric Thomas had his Average Skill, Phenomenal Will, right? So it's a book that Eric Thomas has, and one of those chapters in there is certain qualifiers that you can have in order to get to the next level, right? So the qualifiers he has is being on time, being prepared, having a strong work ethic, body language, effort, doing the extras, being coachable, attitude, because those things, if you just show up, if you just boots your shine, you just boom, I was there 30 minutes earlier, right? I make sure the trash is taken out, right? Hey, I need somebody to run this box over to DLA. All right, pick up the box, we out. You know what I'm saying? Without any question. But the problem is, because we come to this great place, come Sunny Sigonella, we're on shore duty. Some people's first deployment, right? First duty station, right? They get this awesome place, and they think this is like this all the time. you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't help but laugh.
Right. But you know the other person's getting the EP because they're volunteering, because they're doing stuff, outside the shop. And you're so worried about catching up with them outside the shop. The gap is they're not doing anything inside the shop. That's the gap. You feel me? But you have to be aware enough to say that, okay, how do I do it? What am I missing? You have to observe them. You have to watch them. You have to understand what's going on. Hey, talk to them. Hey man, you get the EP 2 times in a row. We're like, what are you doing? A lot of it is volunteer hours. All right, cool. You're doing volunteer hours. So you need to go to the volunteer hours. But you also need to come back and look at where the gap is inside the office. They ask somebody to come in over the weekend. Yeah, you don't like coming in on the weekend. I don't think anybody does, right? But that's gonna propel you over the edge, because if you don't think they're not paying attention, you're playing yourself. You feel me? So you have to watch. You have to observe. And I know you see the gaps. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to come in over the weekend. You just don't want to stay an extra 30 minutes. You feel me? You don't want to take the 5 minutes out to shine the boots. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
All you had to do was shave.
But in the end, I mean, do you really want to be the boss then? You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Like,
Because a lot of people say they want it, but they don't want it bad enough. They just kind of want it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the issue when they run up against
Or they
that
think
wall.
they want it.
They think they want it. They think they want to do, and you don't know what you want to do.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's a very difficult place to be, to keep talking.
So how do you bridge it?
Again, being on time, being prepared, having a strong work ethic, energy, effort, giving 120%.
Right. These are the bridges.
These are the very small things that you have to do. Act like you want to be there. That's so small thing to do. Act like you want to be there. Stop giving attitude when somebody asks you to do something.
Sure.
Learn how to do something. I don't know how to do that. I can't do it. No. Hey, I don't know how to do this, but I want to learn how to do it. So next time you ask me, you don't have to help me. A lot different statement, huh?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A lot different attitude. But since you're so stuck on not doing anything, but also wanting an EP, I don't know how those two things work out together.
And the fact is, they just don't. They absolutely don't. So yeah, it's definitely a attitude shift, a shift in perspective, in order to really change. You know what I mean? Like a true desire to change. And unfortunately, you know, it takes dire circumstances before some people realize that that's.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago. Something usually happens internally. Something usually happens for somebody to get their mind right. They usually say 30 is the golden age, where something happens, something clicks, really? And you just change your mind, change your life. Some people is having a kid, some people is getting married. Something usually happens to their life to make them change how they think or see or view things.
Sure.
Right? But it's in some cases, I think it's some of the most successful people, they make the change in themselves. They just get tired of losing.
Sure. You
feel me? They just get tired of losing. I'm tired of being skipped over. I'm tired of being second. I'm tired of doing these things.
That's one. And then also, too, stop listening to the no you can'ts and start listening to the yes you can. You know what I mean? Fill your mind with things that are going to edify and
that's the thing I love about technology. Motivate. Because the people who are annoying, the people who are petty, the people who have that negative thing, oop, block, unmute, oop, unfriend, and you never got to talk to them again.
Sure. You
never got to talk to them again. You have to control your circle. You feel me? But if you're just taking in those things each and every single day, and then you expect not to think about those things, you're going to be crazy. But you know, your friend, every time they talk to you, talk about some drama. All they want to talk about is gossip. All they want to talk about what somebody else doing. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what you doing. What's changing around in your life.
All right. There you have it, folks. That's Bridging the Gap with Coach Tony Mosley. We'll be back for one more break here shortly. But this is Christina Aguilera.